You'll probably hear the word MVP or minimum viable product thrown around a lot. So this is just another way of saying your version 1 product, your prototype that you want to get people to use. And so folks will ask, how good does my MVP or prototype need to be before I launch it or I announce it or I release it? There's different ways to look at this. 3 ways that I think about this is 1, today in 2018, the standards are a lot higher for what a prototype or version 1 of a product needs to be. The reason is so many people are pushing out apps. You're seeing hundreds of companies coming up with new products every single day. So the standard is a lot higher than what it was maybe back in 2004. And so people, especially customers and consumers, are going to have much higher standards of whether they want to give you a chance or not. So that is something to consider. It's going to take a little bit longer. The product needs to be a little bit more polished. The second thing is you want to be focusing on reliability. You don't have to promise 100 different features for your prototype or first version. Focus on the 1 or 2 features that you want to deliver, but make sure that you actually fulfill on that promise of what you're able to do. If you're building a smartphone, right, and it has the greatest sound system ever, but it can only make 2 out of 10 calls that it ever tries connecting to, then you failed as a smartphone company. Because focus on that one thing that you really need as a smartphone is being able to connect to the internet and probably being able to make phone calls. So you need to be able to do that. So don't think about multiple features, but think about, can I deliver the 1 or 2 features that are core to my product, that make my product delivered in a reliable way. The third thing to think about is that 1 or 2 core features that define your product that you're working on. Can it be 10x better than what's out on the market today? You want to be able to do things that help you differentiate so that you don't have to compete with a existing vendor or an existing solution out there where someone's going to say, well, this company, this tool does these 30 different things. You should be able to say, well, we do this one thing that no one else does. This is probably the one thing that you would want to buy us for. That's the reason why you want to buy us. So an example I take is when we look at Fireflies.ai, it's an AI assistant that joins your meetings and automatically takes notes. We didn't want to go out and build another note-taking app where you go write your notes in. We wanted to focus on that one value prop where we have an assistant that joins your meetings automatically and transcribes your call and creates bullet point notes, essentially automating a part that not many people out in the market are doing today. And so that was something that we wanted to really focus and dial in on and make that reliable and consistent so that it does join your calls and does transcribe your meetings. There is a counterexample to this where you have companies that have either a lot of resources, really experienced team, where they have the luxury of spending a long time perfecting a product before they go out to market. In this case, if you look at Slack, they had over $5 million of money left in the tank. And so they took 2 years to launch their first prototype. But they were in a competitive market around team messaging. So they really had to get everything right, and they had an experienced team. So there's all these going to be counterexamples to what I say. But a lot of times you have to think about it from your context. If you're a 2-3 person company with limited funding, how you go about it. So MVP, yes, the standards are a lot higher, but focus on making the product reliable and focus in on the 1 or 2 core features that make it 10x better than anything else out on the market today.